The 1970s, a decade known for its distinct style, is easily recognizable even to newer generations. Beyond the obvious disco and bell-bottom trends, there are more minute details that people living during that time will easily recognize. Here are 13 things from the 1970s that kids today would never understand. Limited TV channels and manual tuning. Options for watching TV were vastly different in the 1970s. With only 3 TV channels and public broadcasting, there were no streaming services or endless options. Changing channels involved manually turning the dial, making the anticipation of favorite shows, including popular nightly shows and Saturday morning cartoons, a significant part of the experience. Families gathered around a single screen, fostering a shared cultural experience, and the limited options heightened the value of each show. Cassettes and mixtapes. In the 70s, making a mixtape was an art form. Crafting a perfect mixtape required patience and dedication, sitting by the radio for hours, waiting for the right song. Cassettes, with their quirks like tangling, introduced the concept of playlists, allowing people to listen anywhere. The ability to curate personalized collections of favorite songs marked a shift in music culture, granting listeners newfound flexibility in enjoying their preferred tunes anywhere, from portable cassette players to car stereos. Superhero underwear and dual-purpose play. Superhero underoos were a 70s staple, serving as both underwear and part of a costume. Strutting around the house, feeling invincible, these undergarments became a significant part of one's identity. For many kids, they served a dual purpose: practical underwear and an essential element of their superhero persona during imaginative play sessions at home. Record stores as social hubs. Record stores in the 1970s were more than places to buy music. They were social gathering spots. Young people browsed vinyl records, listened to albums before purchasing, and engaged in conversations with store employees who were music enthusiasts. The local record store was a special place, not just for buying music but for sharing recommendations and connecting with like-minded individuals, contributing to a vibrant music culture. Hitchhiking culture. Hitchhiking during the 70s was surprisingly easy and acceptable. Thumbing a ride on the side of the road was common, reflecting a sense of camaraderie on the open road that is hard to understand in today's world. While it had its risks, hitchhiking was often seen as a way to help out a fellow traveler, emphasizing a different level of trust and community interaction compared to contemporary times. Macho grooming. Men in the 1970s embraced a macho grooming style, featuring mustaches, sideburns, big hair, and a distinctive aroma of aftershave. Grooming was taken seriously, complemented by bold choices in clothing. The 70s marked an era where men's grooming reflected a certain swagger and confidence, and these grooming choices became a defining aspect of the decade's aesthetic. Unique beauty products. Women in the 70s had their own unique beauty products. Soon and Promise sun-kissed highlights, while Love's Baby Soft became a defining scent of the era, contributing to the overall charm. The distinct fragrances and beauty products of the time were not just about appearance, but were part of a cultural identity, capturing the essence of the 70s. Caller ID absence. With no caller ID, answering the telephone in the 1970s was a mystery. People picked up the phone without knowing who was calling, leading to spontaneous conversations and occasional untangling of phone cords. The absence of caller ID added an element of surprise to each call, as individuals engaged in conversations without the slightest clue about the caller's identity, fostering a different kind of phone interaction. Polaroid cameras and instant gratification. In the 1970s, capturing moments required a Polaroid camera. Instantly developing pictures and the myth of shaking them for faster development made each shot a carefully considered choice. Polaroid cameras provided a tangible and immediate way to capture memories, encouraging selective photography due to the limited number of pictures on each roll of film. Mushroom-themed decor. 1970s kitchens often featured mushroom-themed decor, plates, curtains, and wallpaper. This earthy aesthetic was a charming representation of the times. The prevalence of mushroom-themed decor reflected a broader trend of incorporating nature-inspired elements into interior design during the 70s, creating a distinctive and cozy atmosphere. Morning cereal excitement. Sugary cereals with surprise toys inside were a must for Saturday morning cartoons. Finding a toy at the bottom of the cereal box made breakfast an exciting ritual. The 1970s was all about the joy of discovering the surprise toy, transforming the morning routine into a delightful experience that combined tasty breakfast with a sense of anticipation. Aluminum tabs and hazardous fun. Opening a soda can involve pulling back an aluminum tab, which was often tossed on the ground. These sharp pieces became a hazard, adding an element of fun and a unique aspect of the 70s. The pull tabs were not just a part of beverage packaging, but also contributed to the carefree and sometimes adventurous spirit of the time, as people engaged in activities that involved these ubiquitous aluminum tabs. Metal lunchboxes and rusty charm. School lunch in the 1970s required a trusty metal lunchbox with a matching thermos. These lunchboxes showcase favorite pop culture characters and often had their fair share of rust, contributing to their charm. The metal lunchboxes were more than practical containers. They became personal artifacts that reflected individual tastes and cultural interests, creating a nostalgic connection for those who carried them. Reflecting on these aspects of the 1970s, it's evident that the era was characterized by unique experiences and a sense of community that might be challenging for kids today to fully understand. The distinctive cultural elements shaped the collective